If you ever want to lose weight and keep it off, you need to have a good relationship with food and a long-term goal that is probably going to be exercise based. Otherwise, you're just going to fall off the bandwagon. As humans, we need to see progression in something. Otherwise, we don't see the point. And if you lose weight, there's a certain point where you shouldn't be trying to lose weight anymore. If you've been viewing all your progress as weight loss, then you're just going to not see the point in anything anymore. You're going to go back to old habits and you're going to regain the weight. I want you to focus on the gym over your food intake, because your food, like I said, is never going to be perfect. There's going to be times that you emotionally eat, which we're going to go through as well. There's going to be times where you just feel terrible. There's going to be times where you've no option but to eat whatever's in front of you. Maybe you're on a work trip, maybe you're on holiday, maybe you're at your granny's, and your granny, you think, my gran, do you know what, she's probably got a year left, and she is forcing these Jammy Dodgers. She is forcing me to eat these Jammy Dodgers that I'm pretty sure are out of date. And do you know what? For the sake of the situation, you go, do you know what? I'm going to have the Jammy Dodger to keep her happy. You can't stop these things from happening. What are you going to do? Sit in the house and be a recluse and refuse to go to any social situations ever? There's other consequences to that, which will affect your diet. So this is why the gym is a bigger focus than food, because the gym is going to have a higher impact on your mental health. It's going to have a higher impact on how you feel. It's something that pushes you out your comfort zone more than, say, tracking your food. And that's what we want to do. I'm not interested in people that maybe want to hear like one or two things or one or two food hacks that's going to make their diet better. I want you to be better in 5 years time and 10 years time. I don't care about, especially clients, I literally say to them blunt as fuck, I don't give a fuck what you look like in 12 weeks. Don't care what the scale says in 12 weeks. Might take you 6 months of breaking through barriers of self-sabotaging. It might take you quite a while to work up the courage of going to the gym, because you might be socially anxious, never mind having gym anxiety. They start working out from home, those sort of things. And they also might have life obstacles in the way. They might have multiple kids, they might have a terrible job, they might be going through a divorce. With the gym, right, I'll often have clients, the ones that hit the ground running just because their life isn't that hectic at that time, they'll tell me in like 8 weeks time, they'll be like, this is genuinely changing my life. And I often tell them, I'm like, look, I genuinely haven't done anything. I've gave you an outline and for the gym, like a program for beginners, and I've been teaching, so I do like form videos, then I get them in for in-person sessions as well, which are basically like workshops. So my whole program is called like Learn to Lift. So I teach people from scratch, like beginners from scratch, who are often people who come from dieting backgrounds and stuff as well, and are always weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. I teach them how to lift from scratch. Because I've gave them a structure to know what to do in the gym, they see quite a lot of progress in the start. So see, as a gym beginner, that's the most time you're ever going to see progress. And that progress gives people a lot of fulfillment that you can't get from, you know, eating more protein or eating a bit of fruit and veg. Yeah, you might feel better, but sometimes you're like, do I feel better? And it takes you to actually start eating pretty terribly again to understand, oh, I was actually feeling miles better. And then sometimes you might not have your sleep on point yet, but if you focus on the gym first, it's the biggest thing you can do that's going to have a snowball effect on everything else. So if you focus on the gym first, might not build too much muscle. So I don't like this whole, oh, you're going to build muscle so you're going to burn more calories, because that's not necessarily true. You burn about 6 calories more a day per pound of muscle you build. So that's a bit of bollocks. However, someone who lifts weights and does put themselves in a position where they can potentially build muscle is living a much healthier lifestyle. So the way I frame it is like, if you are pushing yourself enough in the gym, you're going to want to eat more protein. Eating more protein is going to make you also burn a wee bit more calories, because we burn more calories digesting protein than we do carbs and fats. So that is honourable enough to mention. It does make enough of a difference. It's not going to change your life, but it's enough to mention. Then you're probably going to sleep better. You're probably going to have better habits. You're probably going to be in a better routine. You're probably going to make better choices for less processed foods. And then overall, you're going to live a generally better lifestyle. So that's the way you want to think about it. None of these, if you just do one of these things, they're not always going to have a massive carryover. But if you start going to the gym and lifting 3 times a week, that's the thing that's going to have the biggest carryover, because it's most likely going to get you to solve all these other wee things. And sometimes it's as a byproduct. You haven't even meant to sleep better. Just going to the gym has tired you out a bit better. It's got you in a better routine, and that's why you're sleeping better. So it's going to have a much higher impact than food, but it's also going to make you more likely to eat better as well.